Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another Market Watch Wednesday. Doing something a little different today. I'm going to toss it into the Discord server for any Q&A questions that you may have. It's going to be a voice chat with Discord. So if you aren't shy about being on YouTube and you want to join in the conversation, head on over to the Discord server and we'll get some questions answered for you. Welcome to the chat, man. It will absolutely affect our miners. Yeah, I'll pull up an article here in a few minutes about some testing that a company did involving using. Oh, we got some playback here. There we go. Involving testing GPUs that were previously used for mining with some pretty interesting results. I mean, well, they're not too crazy. I mean, it's kind of what I expected to see based upon GPU mining that I've seen in the past with how overclocked some of these units are. So we're to be expected. There were some pretty significant differences between a new GPU and one that was used to mine. I'll post all the articles that we'll be reviewing in the description once the video's over. Nice little spike with AMC. I know some of you guys might be happy about that one. To anybody just joining us, please jump over to Discord if you want to talk with me one-on-one, or make sure you comment down below in the chats. Get the conversation started a little bit. I'm going to wait a little bit longer to see if anybody else jumps in the chats, whether it be Discord or YouTube, before I dive into some reviews and articles and get the discussion going. It's great to see the Discord server growing so much, and everybody helping each other out. It's a great thing to see. Will I switch to a GPU rig? I'm not sure. I mean, I'm going to try to run the ASICs as long as I possibly can. It's worked out for me in the past. I do have a GPU rig that like a test rig. I've used in the past. It's got a 1060 Ti in it, I believe, and it also has a 580. And I have a 470 laying around here someplace, but I don't know if I'm gonna dive back into doing GPUs or not. Doing a GPU rig. They're definitely more profitable right now. Well, it depends on how you use them, but it seems like Ethereum mining is definitely, the way to go right now. Yeah, I mean, except for the cost and everybody jacking up the cost for graphics cards, um, GPUs are a little bit more energy efficient and user friendly, I guess. Once you get past some of the software, um, just like your typical computer, if you have it in a regular case, kind of just set it in your office and forget about it. Um, the route that I'm probably going to end up going is I have a server rack, an older server rack that I've been repurposing, and I'll probably make some additions to it by implementing a GPU server mount um, setup. Just to kind of save space and got it kind of positioned in a way where it's close to air circulation and everything else. Um, I'm going to run as many miners as I possibly can out of the house I'm in right now. Um, Eventually, I would like to get back to where I was before I moved with multiple ASICs running. Um, but I was using, commercial electricity costs, so my costs were super low. It was in an industrial park, and so I didn't have to worry too much about the noise, and it just made more sense that way. And when you start doing it out of your house, it gets, difficult trying to keep the noise down, keep the heat down, make sure they're circulating properly, cords running everywhere. One of the big things that I do is I run, it's a Eero, E-E-R-O, I believe, or I think that's what the unit's called. And it's a Wi-Fi extender, but you can plug an Ethernet cable right into the back of them, so I have those set up next to my miners. And I haven't had any issues with them yet, but it keeps kind of them locked in a room where I don't have to really worry about them, and it keeps the noise down quite a bit. Yeah, there's a couple programs out there that you can utilize for GPU mining. You have BF miner, CC miner, CG miner. Um, then there's built-in systems like Awesome Miner, or NiceHash has a decent one. But when you use like NiceHash, it only directs it towards the NiceHash pools, and it pays you out according to the hashing power you're pouring at their servers. So you don't really have too much control over it that way. If you're looking to GPU mine a specific coin, you definitely have to dive deeper into the different types of softwares and configuration files, and not, I wouldn't say coding, but a lot of those Linux-based or command line softwares, you do have to be careful how you enter your data when you're setting them up, because just one little slip will mess up the whole thing. So I got a question over here on Discord. I don't know if you're following me on YouTube. I'm going to answer it here for you. I'll let you know. I'll answer it on Discord because it's a good question. So I want everybody to kind of hear the question and answer. So he asks, or they ask, hello, thank you for the articles and reviews. Do you recommend setting up an LLC or a non-profit as the wallet holder for the miners? LLC, yes, not a non-profit. Cryptocurrency is still regulated, and not to the extent the U.S. fiat is, but in the U.S. you do definitely get taxed on your crypto holdings and your trading and so on. So even if you're mining cryptocurrency and it's getting sent to a wallet, and then you're selling it, it's still a profit. That's capital gains. So an LLC or a corporation may definitely help out, mitigate some of those tax fees that you'll end up paying at the end of the year. I know I set up anything that I do, whether it be cryptocurrency mining, whether it be here on YouTube, or whether it be my fabrication companies, or the consulting that I've done in the past, or any real estate type of ventures. I always set up an LLC, limited liability corporation, and it protects you. It protects you whether you want to be anonymous. It protects you whether you're worried about your taxes. It protects you from any harmful liability that may unforeseen to you, be cracked down. It's easier to eliminate an LLC and walk away and wash your hands of a situation than if your name is dragged through the mud. Type of setup is the way I look at it. Now, I'm not a financial expert. This is based upon my own experiences and things that I've had to deal with in the past. Best example I can give you is, in a previous life, I've had a large fabrication company, metal fabrication company, and I did a job for a client. Client wasn't happy with the job. The product wasn't used properly, and it broke, unfortunately. It was an ornamental decoration piece, and kids or somebody was jumping on it. Lo and behold, the thing broke, and she sued me for the damages. And didn't sue me directly. They sued my company. They sued the LLC. So the LLC protected me and protected my personal assets from this woman coming after us. Luckily, the court saw things in my favor because it was a decorational ornamental piece, but it would have taken a lot longer if it was me being sued and not my company being sued. That limited liability, that LLC protects you. It's a level of protection that, whether it be tax protection or paying less taxes or more taxes, or capital gains, or protection against you being sued. Say you're running your miners in a rental property like I am, and something happens and a fire starts. Potentially you're responsible for the home. The lease is under your name, but your miners are connected to the LLC, so you could potentially sue your own LLC and take out damages and insurance to cover the property. So there are lots of loopholes to protect you when you have an LLC. Like I said, anything that I ever do or ever have done in the past, I always try to create an LLC just as that line of protection. Not so much for the tax ramifications of it, but just to kind of protect me from that scenario or a bad scenario that may happen. Got another question here. What's the max hash rate I can get out of an L3 Plus with different firmware? So I'm currently running, I can pull it up here for you. This is my big one here. So I'm running the ASIC fw.io firmware. Pull up the website. ASICFW.io. This is the firmware that I currently run on all of my miners. I like it a lot. I've made multiple videos on this firmware. It allows you to auto-tune and set up your miner specifically for the location where you're plugging it into. For example, you're running it in your house or your bedroom, and you're worried about noise and heat and fan speed. You can go into the settings manually and change up those fan speeds and those noises, and kind of mediate some of those issues. So currently, this is overclocked to the max. The next step above this one would be immersion mining. I mean, running this thing in like mineral oil and running it through like a water cooler type setup. So this is just open air miner. My average hash rate currently right now is 722 megahash per second, right above 1350 watts. My electrical cost is locked in month to month, so I don't pay any more. Doesn't matter how much I use, I'm locked in at a certain rate. So overclocking it this much, you are obviously going to increase your power consumption, but having 722 megahash coming in out of an L3 Plus is pretty freaking awesome, if you ask me. I've used the Hive OS. I have used the Blizz, both the older Blizz version before they introduced the fees, and the hacked version of it, and now I'm on this ASIC FW firmware. Now, as it's this I'm not doing anything. It automatically refreshes by itself every 10 seconds, so you'll see the screen kind of cycle through, and you'll notice here that pool 3 and 4 do say live, but there is no URL or username. Those are, one is for dev fee, which I have no problem paying because I'm super happy with this firmware, and I'm a big supporter of anything cryptocurrency. So these guys are putting the time and effort. I'm going to support them. And the other one is a monitoring system. So if you look underneath accepted and nuance, it's 0 across the board in difficulty. So it's just a kind of like a check and balance system with my first pool. Like I said, I can't say enough about it. If you're going to update your L3 Plus, I definitely recommend this one. Check out my videos on the channel. There's links in those videos to this website, and there's a walkthrough on how to set it up properly. It's pretty straightforward. Once you get it installed, you have your advanced settings tab. You can manually set your miner frequency, but what I recommend doing is using the auto tuner and going through these and seeing what's going to work best for you. I have one miner in particular here. I'll pull it up for you. This one here, it averages between 690 and 680, and I've set it on the higher setting, the 720 mega hash, but I can't get any more out of it than what you see here. So my power will increase, but the chips themselves won't produce additional hashing power. It'll just stick at the 690. So that's the max for this machine. Now this is one of my older machines, and it's been running the longest, but it is an older chipset, where this machine here running at 720 are the newer. It's on the newer chipset, so I'm getting a little more hashing power out of it. So it's you have to go through the settings, but at least this way it allows you to play with them a little more than, say, Blizz would. Another thing that I like about using this firmware is you can manually set your chip frequencies, and you can see what frequencies each board is on. So, your chain 1 board, mine's at 556, chain 2 is at 562, and so on. So it allows you to kind of manually tune each individual chip and go through them, see which ones are performing at an optimal level and what aren't. And I automatically have mine increasing and decreasing the chip frequency depending on the hard work that they're putting out. So I want them to be constantly producing work and not faulting out on me. And I didn't see that with Blizz. I didn't have that response that I'm having with this firmware like I did with Blizz or Hive OS. And I can't stress enough about it, man. It's a great system. If you're gonna get an L3 Plus, check it out. It may be worth your while. I hope that helped. I hope that answered your question for you. There you go. I'll paste that link in the chat for you, so you guys can see it. Roman, my man, I got to appreciate all the support. You're in every single one of my live chats. I love it. You've been a big help over on Discord as well. Appreciate everything you do. All right, so it wouldn't be a Market Watch Wednesday if we didn't talk about the market a little bit. Anybody that's doing stocks and options and trading the market, I'm sure that you guys had a little bit of a panic day yesterday with the market dipping so much. I know everybody was talking about the market's crashing, and Bitcoin dipped quite a bit. We went down to, I think, a low was at like 4,500 or 45,000. Dogecoin took a huge dip. A couple other ones did. So there's been a lot of news on that. But I mean, as the day progressed, I mean, it rebounded right back for a good portion of it. We can take a look at the markets here, I believe, yeah. So still got some markets are down, but we're seeing a lot of decent returns and people jumping back in. Market's starting to come back up a little bit. It's not as low as it was yesterday. Seeing a little bit of a retrace here. We got S&P is up, 0.5. Dow Jones is up again a little bit today. We're on the green, so we're only in the red a little bit on a few markets. So we're looking good overall. I think yesterday was earning call for a lot of people. Robinhood still in the news. A lot of things kind of coming to a head yesterday, and seeing the market dip and respond to that dip. See it right here, dipped quite a bit. That's the nature of the beast when you're in trading. It's gonna dip, it's gonna fall, it's gonna rise. If you're an options trader, and you had calls expiring yesterday on the dip, I'm sorry if you lost anything. It's also a good opportunity for people to jump in on stocks. Another big one that people are talking about right now is NEO. I'll answer your question 1 second, Roman. So another big one in the market was NEO. It's dipped quite a bit. We hit a low around 44, $45, 45.50, and retracing now. I like the NEO cars. I haven't seen any here in the States yet. Like you do. I mean, no matter where you drive, I went from Florida to up the East Coast, and you see Teslas in every state along the way. So to see a competitor like NEO jump in the game and being so, I feel they're still so very undervalued. I hope to see them come back up. I definitely see them going to 100, if not higher. It's definitely a long-term investment for me. I am probably going to get into some NEO holdings. I wouldn't necessarily trade NEO options right now. I'm not that big of a gambler, but I will jump in and buy some NEO stock. Yeah, absolutely. I think NEO is definitely right now one of Tesla's biggest competitors. I know there's a lot of talk with Lucid Motors. They took a pretty big hit this week, and I think the high was at 56. Now they dumped back down to 38. Thank God I sold at the high at 55. I bought in, at like 15 and got out at 58, and then it dropped immediately down to 38. So I don't know if that's just the market as a whole right now, where EV is such a hot topic. But definitely NEO is definitely a high-end competitor for Tesla. So if you wanted to get in on NEO, I wouldn't recommend Robinhood right now. I have a Webull link in the description down below. You sign up using my link, you get 2 free stocks with a deposit, I think, of like $100. So with that $100, you could go ahead and buy yourself currently 2 shares of NEO, and then be rewarded 2 additional shares free of whatever stock that you got lucky enough to win, whether it be Apple, Google, or Tesla. So Webull's definitely a good platform. I'm also on TD Ameritrade, Thinkorswim platform, but Webull is definitely a good one to jump into, especially if you're new into stocks. They got a lot of courses and a lot of introductory information to help you out and get you started. Yeah, I can do this for you, I believe. Let me see if I can get a Webull link. If you're over on Discord and you follow us on Discord, there's definitely links for all my affiliates and all my referrals. There's a special channel just for those links. So please go ahead and check those out if you're interested. This is a good time to ask about any of them, just like Roman did. So don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. I'll do the best I can to answer as many questions as I can. But again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just giving you guys my opinions and my thoughts on everything. So yeah, Neo's definitely a hot topic. It's definitely on my radar right now. Something that I'm watching closely. Um, just opening this morning, we've seen a nice, $5 gain or 5 point gain just from opening bell this morning. It'll be interesting to see how it does the rest of the day. I'm going to try to liquidate some of my other assets to buy in on Neo right now, actually. Other stocks that I have my sights on, CCIV would be Lucid. Again, I just sold some of my Lucid stock. Right now, CCIV is a SPAC company or a blank check company. They'll be transitioning to Lucid ticker symbol once the transaction is finally complete. You can see it had a nice high of $64, and now we're back down to 32. I'm going to be watching it closely. It's not something that I'm going to be diving into right now, but it's definitely on my radar as a potential competitor for Tesla. Definitely have to see what comes out in the news and how they're going to respond to this dip, and if they have any plans to rebound from it. So, I mean, I think a lot of this hype here that we saw the previous week was due to all the media attention that it was getting, and then it dipped back down. So it'll be interesting to watch over the upcoming weeks and days. Another one that I'm watching closely is AMC. Not solely because of what happened with Wall Street Bets. I know there's still a lot of people on Reddit pushing for diamond hands and getting those tendies for AMC and BlackBerry as well. I just think overall AMC is a good company. They got a lot of stuff going for them right now. I have one AMC call option that expires next month, in about 2 weeks actually, that I'm probably going to take a loss on, but I'm not super concerned about it because I have well over 1,000 shares of AMC that I'm going to be holding on to. Now, AMC has a high yield dividend payout, which is great for the long-term holders. And it's one of the pandemic stocks. AMC is suffering right now because of the pandemic, but as we close out the pandemic, and we get to the end of this whole quarantine thing, I think AMC is going to rebound quite nicely. So I'm going to hold on to them. I'm not going to sell anytime soon. I'm going to wait and see, how things end up, and how things end up going for AMC. Another thing that AMC had talked about and released or posted recently was that they have announced a streaming service. So because we can't get out to the theaters right now, and you can't get to, well, at least my theaters here locally where I live, they're not open during the day. Can't catch like a midday special like I would with my son. So what they've done is they've implemented streaming services. So when they're coming out in theaters, you can actually stream them through the AMC service. You can sign up through AMC, and you can get a lot of these movies that they'd be showing in theaters, straight on your TV, which I like. I'm a huge movie buff. That was one of the things that I enjoyed doing with my son and my kids was going out to the movies. So the pandemic has definitely affected that, and for the AMC to offer that streaming service, I think is pretty neat. You can either just rent the movie straight off of AMC, or you can sign up for a monthly subscription. Now, to me, that's showing that AMC is taking the initiative and not rolling over with the quarantine and the pandemic and limited occupancies. They're fighting back, and to see a company fight shows a lot of promise in my eyes that they're not giving up. They're here for the long haul. So that's always interesting to me to see that being said, that being worked out. So like I said, I'm in AMC for the long haul. I still have positions open with Robinhood. I'm waiting to see how they close out. This is my Robinhood account currently. Took a little dip yesterday with the market going down. You know, I still have quite a bit of Doge here. I'm slowly liquidating it. I'm trying to average out my sells. Just like I average or dollar cost average my buys, I try to dollar cost average my sell, so I'm not losing as much. So I am still holding. I'm slowly trying to liquidate some of my holdings. See, I'm in the red pretty much across the board here. But we're starting to come back. We're starting to swing back a little bit. Like I said, I'm expecting to take a loss on my AMC call options here at the top. So we'll find out how that turns out. I mean, it is a $9 call, and right now we're sitting at just below, or we hit a high today, I think of $8. So I'm not too far off. It is 5 call options, so a call 5 contracts is 100 shares per contract, so that's 500 shares of AMC at $9 is what I have, $9 strike price. So it'd be interesting if I can get that over that, or even if I could break even on it, I'd be happy. But I expect to take a little bit of a loss on that one, and that's the nature of the beast. That's the nature of the game. Is you're gonna have losses and wins. You can't just expect to get wins constantly all the time. And if you do, you're some kind of phenomenal trader, and you need to be teaching everybody what you're doing, especially me. But it's part of the game. You're going to have losses. I try to reduce my losses as much as possible. I do my research. I do my due diligence on the companies, and I don't just jump into something because Wall Street Bets says to jump in on it. I do my, like I said, I do my research. BlackBerry's another one. I've held BlackBerry for quite some time. Had well over 100 shares of BlackBerry. It spiked thanks to Wall Street Bets. I sold some, made some profit. Now I'm holding, I'm down to 10 shares. And I'll hold on to them until I show that I'm in the profit again. It's not a dividend yielding company, so it's not something that I want to hold on to for a super long time. The companies that I hold on to personally are stocks that yield dividends. If I'm going to hold a company and I'm going to invest my time and my effort into a company, I'd like to get something back for it. So if it's not something that I'm going to day trade, I like to see dividends on it. So I can show you that a little bit here with AMC. My average cost for AMC for my 1,000 shares is right under $11. So I'm not too far off from making a profit. We're sitting right now at 8.12. But you can see here the dividend yield for AMC has gone up recently from, I think it was just at like 7.5, and now we're at 9.62% dividend yield. I'll take that all day long. That's a super high dividend yield. I don't think it's super long term. I don't think that that's something that can be maintained, but I'll take it. I'll hold on to AMC and take that 10% on my 1,000 shares. I'm fine with that little bit of payout. So yeah, I'm gonna hold. I'm gonna sit pretty and see how it comes and how it turns out. It's got a nice little return going on it right now. We're tracking up a little bit. So we'll see how it ends up. Now you'll notice that I got a lot of my trades here on Robinhood. I also have open trades with Webull. Let's see if I can pull up my Webull account for you guys. Sometimes it doesn't like me to unlock it. Let's find it. There we go. So I'm still learning when it comes to Webull. To be honest with you, I'm still trying to understand better how to use uh, Thinkorswim. I really like the Thinkorswim platform. I really like the Webull platform. I think they both have a lot of potential. Um, it's just going to be a learning curve for me. I like TD Ameritrade, Thinkorswim. I started off trading with E-Trade years and years ago. So to switch to TD Ameritrade or the Thinkorswim platform from E-Trade isn't a huge stretch. I still have an active E-Trade account. I use it frequently just to check the market. They have great analysis tools through E-Trade and through Thinkorswim that I don't necessarily see with Webull and Robinhood just yet. I mean, they give you the typical stuff. They give you the news. They give you the top gainers. Uh, but it's very intuitive to use Webull and to use Robinhood. It's really point and click, which is good and bad. A lot of people can get in a lot of trouble with point and click, and end up wasting a lot of money. Um, where Robinhood and E-Trade, are you sure you want to make this trade? Are you sure you want to sell this stock? Um, it's a constant, hey, double check. Hey, man, watch out. Is that what you really want to do? So, good and bad. All platforms have their good and bads. You just got to find one that fits for you. And I try multiple ones across the board. Um, I'm holding, we have some Naked brands. We have some more AMC sitting over here. Metalist, Aurora Cannabis, Visalink Technology. So these are typical ones that I'm holding. Haven't done a whole lot of option trading on Webull yet. I'm kind of slowly dipping my feet into it as I'm trying to close out my Robinhood account. So yeah, E-Trade is super expensive. Now, unlike Webull and Robinhood, where they hide their fees, they both say that they are free trading platforms, right? But if you dive a little deeper, you're actually paying a very small percentage of a cent per transaction to the clearinghouse. So your trades aren't 100% free. There's that little asterisk next to free. E-Trade and Thinkorswim are open about it. E-Trade, I believe, is for options. It's $1 per option contract. So it's $1 to open, and then you close it. $1 to close, so on. So, and then Thinkorswim, I believe, is 50 cents open and close. So they're about the same. And then Thinkorswim, I think, is free or low cost for stock investments. They get you on the option contracts is where they get you for fees. And that's same thing with Robinhood and Webull. Their fees are a lot lower because they're going to a clearinghouse before they're going to the market, where E-Trade and, like, say, Thinkorswim are a little bit more direct. So the costs are always going to be there. Whether you're paying for it on the end of slow charts and you're not getting in at the most optimum time, and or they're hiding the fees, and it's a lower fee that's very minimal. It's less than a cent, and they're hiding it on the backside. And you don't really see it. So there's always going to be fees if you're a retail trader with stock investing. Whether you're paying it and you're trying to day trade as a retail investor, and you're going to be paying fees when it comes to taxes, or you're going to be paying fees when it comes to E-Trade and everything else. When you use E-Trade, though, someone had asked earlier, and we're talking about an LLC, and you're a retail trader and you're backing yourself with an LLC, all those fees are tax deductible. So that's something that goes into your 1099 and your 1059 statements and all that stuff, that although those transaction fees can be put towards your taxes, all your losses go towards being deducted on your taxes. So it's always good to keep track of that type of stuff. All right, so I had told you guys I had some interesting articles I wanted to show you guys, and I'll put these links in the description down below so you can see them. Um, oh, let's spin the wheel before we dive that. If you're not on freebitcoin.co or freebitcoin, yeah, .co, jump on there. I've been with them for years. It's a fun little way to earn a little extra Bitcoin on the side. Nothing crazy. I mean, you could get lucky and you could win the jackpot. But it's always fun to play around with it. See, look at that. I'm talking about it, so I won some Bitcoin. 43 Satoshis. Woohoo! And then every hour you can roll the dice and win up to, 0.004 Bitcoin down to, just 4 Satoshis. So you have an opportunity to win big, and then they have the multiplier game, which is fun. If you're more of a gambler and you want to bet, they have all sorts of categories you can bet on. Right now, the 78th Golden Globe is a hot topic, but they do have sports and popular stuff, movies, and so on. And then they have the Lambo giveaway going on right now, and they just launched their own token as well, called the Fun Token. Don't know too much about it, so I'm not going to dive too much into it, but definitely a fun site. If you're just sitting at your computer mining all day long and reading articles, might as well have it open and roll the dice every hour and see if you can try your luck out. I'll put that link in the description down below as well, so you guys can check that out. But what I really wanted to talk about, let me see if I can pull it up here. Where did I stash it? All right. So this being the first topic of discussion, and I'll put the link to all these articles down below. With GPU mining picking up speed again, and GPU manufacturers putting out specialized GPUs just for mining and limiting hashing power on GPUs that are claiming are solely for gaming. Not like anybody's not going to figure out how to break those, or jailbreak some of these miners. But this was an interesting article that I picked up on. Will former mining cards have reduced gaming performance? If you want to read through it, you can read through it. I'm going to basically sum it up for you real quick. And the answer is yes. I mean, you're cranking up these GPUs, you're turning up the speed on them, you're running them at crazy high temperatures for a super long time. Of course, it's going to reduce the performance of them when you try to swap them back over for gaming. So if this kind of goes out as a disclaimer to all of my fellow gamers, PC gamers out there that are pissed off at all us miners, I'm a little bit of both worlds here. Yeah, that the price of these graphic cards are through the roof, and you try to find one on, say, eBay or Newegg, and it's a refurbished one, and your gaming performance just isn't there. Be careful what you buy. It's better to get on a waiting list and to pay the proper fee for them, and not pay a huge scalped fee and get a car that's actually going to work for you than try to buy, something that you find on eBay that is probably used for mining at this point in time, and get pissed off at RTX and everybody else for, oh, it's a crappy quality. No, it's just that poor graphics card has been used and abused and put away wet type of situation. But interesting article. Definitely recommend. It's a good read if you guys want to dive into it a little deeper. I just want to kind of point it out to you. Dust buildup and heatsink fans also greatly hindering cooling performance. I mean, this is all typical stuff. If you're into PC building, if you're into mining and gaming, this is all stuff that I'm sure you guys are all well aware of. I just thought it was an interesting little article here. So the other one we kind of talked about earlier, Buy the dip in NEO stocks before it races to 100. Shares of NEO, China's premium electric vehicle maker, blew the doors off of the 2020, beginning the year at $4. NEO stock shot up like a rocket through the year end, finishing 2020 at $50. Market down as one of the best years for any stock has had in recent memory. So I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Starting off the year at $4 and shooting up well over 50. I know I made some decent money off of NEO. I wasn't lucky enough to get in at $4, but I traded some options on it when I first heard about it. Now I see that it's around for the long haul, and it seems to be producing well, and it's got some good backbones underneath it. I'll probably end up buying some stocks and holding on to it for a while and see if it does what Tesla does, and shoots up to well over $1,000 a share and $2,000 a share, and so on. So it's definitely something I'm going to be watching closely. Like I said, I'm definitely going to be looking into it. I definitely feel that these guys are right. Well over $100 as it races to the top. As we're coming close here to earning calls and everything else, it'll be interesting to see what NEO performs in come mid-year. So like I said, I'm buying, I'm holding, I'm all in. I'm a huge Tesla fan. I'm a huge Elon Musk fan, but definitely NEO's a competitor, absolutely. So the last one here I want to talk about, jumping back to the crypto space, is Square buys $170 million more in Bitcoin to boost crypto holdings. Square announced yesterday, it bought $170 million worth of Bitcoin to add to its expanding position. The new purchase from the payment company now brings its total Bitcoin holdings to approximately 5% of its cash and cash equivalents, averaging out the 3,318 Bitcoin Square says it purchased would indicate an average price of about $51,235 per Bitcoin. The cryptocurrency had dipped below 48,000 on Tuesday at the time of Square's announcement. Aligned with the company's purchase, Square believes that cryptocurrency is an instrument of economic empowerment, providing a way for individuals to participate in global monetary systems and secure their own financial futures. I'm all for it. Square's been talking about Bitcoin for quite some time, using cryptocurrency on their Square platforms. I definitely think it's a step in the right direction for cryptocurrency. Another article that I didn't pull up here that I thought was interesting to mention was Janet Yellen's little speech there about crypto or Bitcoin not being a good source of transactional monetary value. But anybody who's in the crypto space who loves crypto as much as, say, I do, knows that Bitcoin is not the best for transactions. There are far other cryptocurrencies out there that are far faster and far easier to use when it comes to transactions, but store of value, investment-wise. I think Bitcoin is definitely, head honcho. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. I think it's gas fees, Ethereum. I'm all about it. I'm all about Square investing in Bitcoin. I'm all about Tesla buying $1.5 billion in Bitcoin. It looks right here at the bottom for comparison. Tesla's $1.5 billion purchase of Bitcoin amounted to about 5% of Tesla's cash equivalent opposed to Square's only 5% cash equivalent. Um, it'll be interesting to see in the next coming, towards the 2020 and see what 2021 um, ends up with cryptocurrency. Lots of hype around it, lots of news around it. I'm a big DOGE supporter. If you're into cryptocurrency and you're into cryptocurrency mining, and you want to start getting into it, we've put together a party pool over on our Discord server. If you would like to join in, what we're doing is we're pooling our hashing power together, trying to solve some blocks for Digibit right now, and currently getting paid in Dogecoin. So it's an interesting little setup. Jump over to Discord if you want to learn more. Lots of people there that are enjoying it. Let me see here. I can actually pull up the pool now. So yesterday we ended up finding a block for Digibit, which gets split amongst the miners that we have currently in our party. So it's a small pool. It's not overly saturated. I'm probably going to cap it at a certain amount of miners just to keep the percentages low, so everybody that's participating in it can feel like they're accomplishing something and they're actually getting some decent payouts. So right now there's a total of 7 miners in the party. We're totaling just under 3 gigahash of power, and we're focusing on the Digibit network. You'll see here we got a couple blocks found for some of these merged coins, and yesterday we did end up solving a block for Digibit. So it's a fun little game. It's we're working together, a little bit of a community type goals, and we're having fun. We're enjoying it. So if you're new to mining and you're trying to learn more about it, definitely jump over to Discord. Talk to the other guys that are over there. Myself, I'm usually Discord is connected to me at the hip. It's on my phone. Even if I don't appear online, I'm typically checking out the server, making sure that everything is status quo. So it's a good place to start. You're not getting hit with these when you're joining a party like that. Think of it like solo mining with a group of your friends. You're not just pushing your hashing power to a random pool and getting paid out for proof of work. We're getting paid out when we find blocks, and it's being distributed amongst that individual party that's been put together, not across the entire network that's trying to mine for it. So it increases the profit a little bit. Does slow it down. You're not getting that steady results that you may see with proof of work mining on, like, say, pro hashing. But it's very rewarding when you discover a block and you get that big payout instantly, which is nice. So definitely check that out. Like I said, check out these articles down below. It's always important to do your research. Make sure you're not investing in more than you're willing to lose. Whether you want to start an LLC and a YouTube channel, or whether you want to create an LLC, just protect yourself from mining and some of the taxes that are being cracked down if you're a U.S. citizen and you're a miner. Miner meaning cryptocurrency miner, and you're trying to get into it. An LLC is always a smart option. Your equipment can be considered a tax write-off. It's hardware. You're spending $3,000 to mine $1,200 worth of cryptocurrency in a year. That $3,000 mining machine is a write-off. So take that into consideration and think about that for a little bit. It's always a good idea to set up an LLC, in my opinion. Some people don't like to do it. That's fine. Crypto, you keep it all in cryptocurrency. You keep it all under the books. You're doing some decentralized cryptos, and you're not reporting them. Just be careful. It's not something that I would recommend doing. I pay all my taxes. I report all my earnings. and I try to stay on the up and up with the IRS here in the states, and make sure that I'm doing everything correct with the state that I'm living in, just to protect the assets that I do have. I don't need the IRS coming down, cracking down on me, trying to get a hold of, you know, back taxes or something that I haven't paid or claim that I haven't paid. So I try to keep everything on the books. An LLC cost is going to be dependent on the state in which you live in. For example, I think Florida, Collier County, Florida, or Lee County, Florida. I don't know about Miami-Dade, Florida. It's about $76, I believe, to register if you do it yourself through sunbiz.org or sunbiz.com. You can also use services like LegalZoom, and it's a step-by-step process, and they make it very simple for you, but you're going to pay a little bit extra to have them do the legwork. Where if you do the legwork yourself and set up your LLC, get your EIN number, and get your fictitious name registered so you can open up a bank account with the LLC. You're going to save a lot of money doing it on your own. But LegalZoom, sites like LegalZoom make it very easy to just, click, pay, and you're done. And they send you all the information via, email or mail. So that's and when I was in Florida, prior to me moving, I did everything myself. Florida there is no state income tax for Florida if you're a resident, but businesses do have to pay tax in Florida. So I ended up doing my research, and because I had multiple LLCs in Florida, whether it be mining, cryptocurrency mining, whether it be my fabrication company, whether it be other ventures that I did, partnerships, it was just easier for me to go to the local municipality website and set up an LLC myself. Now, since I've moved to a new state and I'm not super familiar with proper procedures, I did go the LegalZoom route, and it ended up paying probably $250 to $300 setting up the LLC, but it also set up proper licensing. It trademarked my company. So I went a little bit above and beyond because now I'm doing YouTube full time. So I made sure that my company name was trademarked. I made sure that everything is licensed properly in the state that I live in, not just LLC. So if you're running the LLC as a full-time business like I am, it's important that you make sure that you're meeting all of your state license requirements. And LegalZoom helped me take care of that. I answered some questions. I told them what I was planning on doing, and they helped me make sure that I filled out all the paperwork for the proper licenses that I needed. So LegalZoom definitely saved me quite a bit of time and effort in that sense. So in my opinion, it was well worth the money. But if you have time and you want to learn more about it, definitely go the cheaper route and learn about it on your own. Yeah, it'd be a cool name to trademark, absolutely. Roman Coin Empire, it may already be trademarked. Just be careful. So for instance, Side Hustle Enterprise, the name of the channel is my DBA, doing business as, but my LLC is under a different name. So separate names, same LLC. So we have Side Hustle Enterprises, which is the YouTube channel, and it handles a lot of the Discord stuff. But Mazco is actually the name of the company, the LLC, that manages everything. So I have two levels of protection. And things like that may be beneficial to some people, especially people that are trying to get into YouTube. They have one LLC, ABC Productions, and they have 4 channels that each bring in individual incomes with different names. So you have things like that, or you have ABC or 123 cryptocurrency mining solutions, and you have your own mining farm, you have a consulting, and then you have something else. Now you can either combine that all together, or you can break it up into two sections. You can have one that's strictly cryptocurrency mining and exchanges, and it's going to be taxed differently than something than you just being a consultant and selling a service. So depending on how you structure an LLC is going to depend on how you get taxed in at the end of the year. So it's all things that's going to be very different state to state. So definitely look into it and figure out what's going to be best for your county and your state and so on. Yeah, knowledge is definitely key. Even being a teacher, someone who taught business and business management and proper business ethics, it's something that I constantly have to be refreshing my knowledge on. It's constantly changing. So something that may have been relevant 6 months ago may be completely new today, completely different today. So definitely do your research, know the market that you're trying to get into, learn a little bit about your tax brackets, and sometimes there's quite a bit of loopholes in the system, legal, not illegal, but legal loopholes that can help you reduce your tax implications at the end of the year. Cryptocurrency being a big one right now on how things are structured. Just do your research and do your due diligence. One of the biggest things I ran into this tax season is finding a tax expert or CPA that is familiar with cryptocurrency, and having them, help me make sure that I moved, which was a big one. I moved from state to state, and then we have all my cryptocurrency holdings and so on, and all my trading activities, and multiple LLCs, and working a full-time job for a corporation, for a company that's other than myself. So in the States, it always gets tricky. So just be careful and make sure you pay your taxes. if the IRS is listening, I always pay my taxes. I'm a little disappointed. Nobody else from Discord wanted to jump in on the conversation. Benjamin, that is a huge buy, my man. That's awesome. Congratulations. Now for 4 rigs, let's. I'm sure you've already done the math. I know I would have if I was buying that many rigs. Let's take a look. Just if you're going to use, say, you're just going to point them at a pool. You're not going to solo mine. 4 rigs, you could definitely solo mine on your own and get potentially lucky with some of these other coins. But if you're going to join a pool, let's say, like my favorite, pro hashing, link in the description down below. If you're new to mining, Benjamin, definitely check out pro hashing. The link will be down below. Let's say you jumped on scripts and we got 4 machines, and you max them out at 720. So you're looking at 2.8 gigahash roughly by yourself. So that's going to net you about almost $16 a day, using the profit switching over on pro hashing, maxed out. If you want to join, if you're not already on the Discord server, jump over to Discord and jump into our party pool that we got going on, and you can always have fun that way as well. I mean, it's a good group of guys, very helpful, and lots of communication going on over there. Yeah, man, some serious hashing power. Congrats. What'd you end up paying for those machines, if you don't mind me asking? Yes, Roman, you are a huge help, my friend. Thank you. So would you pick them up on eBay then, or locally? I take it. That's not a bad price. 475 isn't a bad price for the L3s. So let's say you averaged in at like what, 2 grand, just to keep numbers round, right? Nice round numbers make it easy to do some simple math. So we got $2,000 of an investment. You're roughly making 16 bucks a day. So you'll make your money back in about 125 days. That's not a bad ROI for miners, especially if you're using updated firmware, which definitely helps. I hope your electrical cost isn't too crazy. Um, I'm doing the math based upon no electrical cost or very low electrical cost. So that's a good find, man. Good find. That's not a bad. That's not bad. 0.07 isn't bad. Pro hashing's a good one if you want to figure out kind of cost wise what to mine. Isn't a bad site to use. So we got script. Let's go 2800 mega hash. Your hashing power is going to be. Keep squishing out of my screen. Sorry about that. Let's say 1350 is your average wattage for each machine times 4 machines. Oop, way off. So you're right around 5400 watts. And you said your average cost is 0.7. So it's actually got you on nice hash, pulling in about 1780 a day, $8 after electrical costs. Um, not too bad. Like I said, I prefer pro hashing. You're gonna take up some of that electrical cost fee using pro hashing, and you get to choose which coin you want to be paid out in, which is also another one. Another good perk of using it. But 4 machines, man, that's not bad at all. Good job. Yeah, I got guys in the Discord server saying they're paying 500 and above for their L3s right now, and it's a hot machine. It's a hot little ASIC unit. They're used. Even the used ones are going for a good price, because Dogecoin is so popular right now. Being Doge being a merge mine coin with light. Litecoin, you need that ASIC miner to really make it worth your while to pick up on it. Yeah, I'm a big fan of pro hashing too. Um, the pool that we got going on though has been interesting. I'm curious to see how we do. I'd like to stick with it for a couple days, and see how we do. I think we're doing pretty well. Yeah, got eight miners over on in the party pool right now. It's tough. I mean, you really gotta figure out and pick which cryptocurrency you want to mine. You know, where we're doing a lot of solo mining with the party, so we're focusing on Digibit, and Digibit is mined on multiple different algorithms. So only so many blocks are found on the script algorithm per day. So just us finding one yesterday was huge. Um, I'm hoping we'll find another one today, maybe another one tonight, and keep our fingers crossed. Yeah, I got it running in the background too. Don't you worry. I just wish my names would show up. For some reason, they don't show up. So if you're on the Discord server and you're looking at the party pool, um, mine are my machines are the blank ones here. AMC not looking too bad. See what Doge is doing right now. Looking at a 1 hour chart here. Looks like Dogecoin's got a nice little V-shaped recovery. Hopefully it'll push through that resistance line and we can get some serious movement going. Yeah, if Doge hits $1, I'm buying everybody a drink. I don't care where you live, I'll mail it to you. Another thing, guys, if you caught my last thank you video, I mentioned this before we sign off, and we'll run a little bit long. I think we're about an hour deep or hour and 20 deep into the live stream. If you're part of the Discord server and you're into Doge and you're into crypto, we've got a little bit of a Dogecoin lottery going on. Jump over there. You know, it's Doge. Doge for entries. Everything is open, so you guys can see what's in the pool currently and who's been adding and buying entries. So it's a little something that the community has put together. Definitely check it out if you want the chance to win some Dogecoin. Another thing that I talked about in my last video that I want to bring up real quickly is trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. The 1,000 subscriber mark is when you start getting monetized by YouTube, and where I quit my day job to do YouTube full time. That made a whole lot to me, and proved to me that I can actually make a go of this, and make it worth my while. I'm doing all right day trading on my own, but taking YouTube to that next level would mean so much to me. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that notification bell, and jump over to Discord. This is a community that I want to grow. It's something that I want to share with you guys, and I want us to learn and share together. So once I hit that 1,000 subscriber limit, I'd like to do something a little out of the ordinary for me. Me being such a not a worrywart, but someone who does a lot of research and does a lot of digging, and make sure that they, look before they leap type of situation. I do trust my instincts quite a bit, yes, and I do make some questionable decisions, but I try to do as much research as I possibly can. And myself not being a huge gambler, I thought buying $1,000 worth of scratch cards for the channel would be interesting once I hit 1,000 subscribers. So push it out to your friends, share it. We go live every Wednesday, do the market watch. I think we're just going to start doing Q&A as well with Discord live through Market Watch Wednesday. Seems to be fun doing it that way. So if you want to get over in Discord, if you want to talk one-on-one with me, definitely share a little more depth of information on Discord, just because it's easier to relay information there and help people out via Discord versus me answering questions in the comments. I do check the comments often on YouTube, so don't hesitate to ask me a question there, but definitely Discord is the place to be if you're trying to learn more and to increase your knowledge about cryptocurrency, about stocks, about options, and just join a community of like-minded individuals. Definitely the place to be. You bought an electronic mystery box. I have never bought an electronic mystery box. What is an electronic mystery box? Is it one of those like return boxes? Is that what you're talking about? I know like Target and Amazon and Walmart, they all do those return pallets. Is that kind of what that is? Or is it just a random box on eBay that has random electronics in it? Yeah, but what is it? Are they returns, or is it just like old stock that people are putting in a mystery box and getting rid of some useless stuff and may get lucky and get a computer? Is that type of situation? Cool. The whole mystery palette or return palette thing, my wife has been watching a lot of those unboxing. Wants us to get one and try it out. A little difficult because where we're located, lots of hills and mountains and everything, and so getting a pallet dropped off where I don't have a garage right now may be a little difficult. But I'll definitely check it out. Share the link over in Discord if you can, if it's a website. So we got a couple guys over on Discord talking about buying some miners from antminerfarm.com. Got to be careful. There's they're promoting buy three get one free or buy two get one free, whatever it is. It looks like buy three get one free. Got to be careful with these sites, guys. They're not always. They don't always have your best interest in mind. One of the sites that I use is going to be asicminervalue.com, and this site actually does research and it vets whether the supplier actually has them or not. So you can actually go over to the directory and look at manufacturers and look at vendors, and it says tested or untested, and you can see which vendors will actually have these miners in stock and that will actually send it to you. So I recommend checking out the site and making sure you don't get scammed. Super, super critical. Lots and lots of scammers out there. A while back, I got hit with a guy off of eBay. Actually, sold me a busted T9 Antminer T9. Said it worked. Said it was functional, and yeah, it was tested. And then I got it in the mail, and it had scorch marks on the boards. So kind of junk. So we can take a look. So he's ordering from, what was it? Antminer Farm. Let me make sure this is the right site. We're all talking about the same thing. Antminerfarm.com. Yep, same site. Prices look good, but I don't see them on the approved list. Let's do a little digging here. Let's look, see if we can find some reviews. Site Jabber.
Whoops.
Yeah, I gotta be careful, man.
Yeah, I'm fucking a fucking bot.
Yeah, I think somebody brought these guys up a little while back too.
Shit.
Yeah, somebody look at some of these 5-star ratings. I bought several times from the Antminer, and then the next one right underneath it, it's the same title. So they're definitely scam reviews as well.
I thought it was legit because they were like alive for so long.
Yeah.
But fuck.
Yeah. So we have. I don't know if I'll try to share my screen here in Discord if you're not on YouTube, so you can see. Pull it up here.
Yeah, that fucking sucks.
Alright, so I shared my screen for you. So we got trusted them to take care of my purchase. I bought several times from the antminer.com, still in business. And then the review right underneath it is almost the exact same thing. I bought several times from antminer.com. So
Yeah, I'm just a fucking bot, and I believe people in these fucking discords because people in these discords are like, "Hey, do this," and then I'm like, "Okay, I trust you," and I fucking do it, and then they go back and delete their fucking tracks. Like, fuck the Discord. I'm about to leave every fucking group.
well, don't leave this group, man. We try to help out the best we can.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
any
one's
any
alright.
any scamming or shilling that we do that's like not approved, we try to get rid of. Roman's been pretty good at taking care of a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, like I was only in this one and the fucking SHP one from crypto. And
Yeah,
fuck, I don't know. I must be getting it from them. Oh, yes.
yeah. I use asicminervalue.com. I never tell anybody to buy from any specific source. Like I said, I tell everyone to do their research. So asicminervalue.com is a third-party site that reviews vendors and will actually say whether they have tested or not tested. Yeah, we've gotten miners from this company, or no, we haven't. And they let you know what's a reputable company, more or less.
Cool. Oh, that just sucks. I really just want the machine.
Yeah, man, it's tough. I'm sorry to hear that.
The machine.
So you're looking for what? We said
So
the S. Go ahead.
everyone is sold out of these right now, right?
What's that?
Everyone is sold out of the S19s because Bitman doesn't have any. So everyone else is sold out, or
Yeah,
is third
unless you
party
can find it
people
from a
actually?
manufacturer. So let's see. Yeah, unless you can find it from somebody that pre-bought them and still has them in inventory. Yeah, you're
Right.
kind of shit out of luck.
Yeah, and you're not gonna get one. No.
So Coin Mining Central, which is a tested site based on asicminervalue.com, they claim to have them in stock, and they're selling them right now for almost 10 grand.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, they got it listed for $9,166.
Yeah, shitty. Shitty. I'm a bot. I'm a bot. I'm a very bot. Well, that's okay. They're YOLO plays anyway. That's what I'm at. So one of them works here.
I mean, if you bought it already and they confirmed your purchase, man, make sure you keep us informed and let us know whether they actually come through or not.
I did just send them an email, so we'll see what happens. And it changed from like on hold to processing, but I don't know.
What are their prices? Let me see here. Shop.
It sounded like one ETH. I paid one ETH for it. Say 1900 US. But they only take crypto. Yeah, I should have been alarmed.
I mean, a lot of sites do take crypto, which isn't. I mean, that's the whole point of us trying to switch to that system. But there's
But
so many
they
people
should
out
still be
there.
they should still be registered to take cash as well. And if they're not registered to take cash, then that means they can disappear.
Yeah.
But if they can accept cash, then that means they're registered. So it's all right. I found an old ledger with 10 ETH on it, so I sold them all to $2,000. So I don't know. I spent 2 ETH, maybe 3 ETH on YOLO plays that were scams. I fucked around. I was just fucking giddy with my 10 ETH, and I was sending them around being fucking crazy. But whatever. I invested a few of them in good spots, and they're doing good things, so I'm all right.
God damn.
It sucks.
That
It sucks that those didn't profit back, but the other ones should profit back, and oh well.
was it something that you mined and you forgot about, or you bought a used ledger and happened to have 10 ETH on it?
No, I got real into it in 2017, 2018, and I had two ledgers and I put stuff on it, and then I just never looked at them until this year, and then I just plugged it in and I was like, damn.
Nice.
And ETH was up high, so I was like, fuck it.
There you go.
So I mean, it's whatever. And I got a trading bot, and the trading bot just made $5,000 last weekend. So I mean, I am even right now. It sucks. It really sucks. And for the average person, it's like a detrimental thing. But they're YOLO plays, and it's whatever. I'm okay.
Yeah, man, absolutely. It's can't be afraid to lose it, right?
Yeah, and it sucks. I'll be more cautious from here on out. And now I understand. Now I can like check it on who is and like do more research and. Be more cautious in the future.
Crypto.com is a decent wallet to hold your coins in if you want to get some interest on them while you're not using them. That's not a bad one. Or BlockFi.
I just got 2 Safe Pals in the mail. So
okay, gotcha.
Those are sweet, actually, and the app's awesome. So I'm gonna stick with that.
Cool, man. Yeah, sorry. I mean, that's rough. I'm sorry. I feel for you.
I know. It's all right. It's all right. I got enough other shit that's gonna go. It's all right.
You got. I mean, hey, look at it this way. You got lucky, and you found that ETH, and you're making it work for you. So.
Like it was all gains anyway. If I would have put those 2.5 ETH somewhere else, I would still be gaining profit on them. But I almost just gained a lot of profit from them. It sucks that I didn't, but if they would have been real, it would have been too good to be true, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, it don't feel too hard for me. I'm all right. I got 9,000 Ripple, 9,000 XLM, 75,000 Dodge. I'm okay.
Right on, man.
I'm okay.
What crypto bot are you using?
I signed up with the Russians. I'm using X100 BTC.
Now, I've heard of that one. I haven't looked too much into it. I was using Crypto Hopper for a while.
Crypto Hopper, yeah. So, I have one Russian friend, and he invited me, and they told him that he's the only one of 900 people to bring a foreigner. So, and I messaged the fucking CEO of the company on like the first day, and I was like, "Yo, Alexander, I need help," and he started helping me, and he wrote it in English. So, cool. I'm like in, and they're looking out for me, and they're doing good. But the only thing with the Russians is they take like, if you have the minimum amount, they take 38% of your gains.
That's a lot.
So like, yeah, it's a lot. But if you have 0.55 BTC total with them, it goes down to 31% or something. So it's better. But I mean, they just made me $5,000 over the weekend, so I paid them $1,500, and I had $3,500. So I mean, it's whatever.
Yeah, I mean, if you got the money and they can prove it, that's not bad.
Yeah, and my friend's been in it for 8 months, 9 months, and he has showed me his gains and how legit it is. So then I went in. It sucks I didn't put those 2.5 ETH in with them, but whatever. I tried to spread it, diversify it. But whatever. It's all right.
You win some, you lose some.
Yeah, exactly. That's the way it goes. And you can't get. I can't get. My other friend in 2018, he invested a bunch of money, and he got all depressed on crypto. Now he hates on it, and he shits on it, and he won't even dabble in it again because he got hurt so hard. And you can't be like that. You have to be flowing with it and going, or you're gonna. You'll get so caught. He won't invest now in it, and he's gonna miss out.
Yeah, it's a constant progression, man. It's not gonna. It's definitely here to stay. It's constantly evolving. So if you're not with it 24/7 every week, it's gonna pass you by.
Yeah, you're right. So.
I mean, I'm probably gonna take a pretty big hit here with my trading accounts. I mean, because of Wall Street bets, and I had some long option calls for AMC before they started pumping it, and I'm probably gonna take a $5,000 hit next week with AMC, but it is what it is. You win some, you lose some.
Yeah, exactly. I think we're gonna run again here. Well, hopefully the stimulus check gets passed on Friday.
Yeah, what are they talking, like 14,000 or 1,400 a person?
Oh, it's a lot. I don't know.
I know guys like Meet Kevin on YouTube and Graham Stephan. Those guys are constantly talking about it.
Yeah, I started following them and then I backed out.
I mean, they seem like super knowledgeable guys, but I mean, I can't see how they're putting up videos every single day. It's tough for me to even get a live stream on Wednesdays like I promised.
Dude, it's insane. And they're doing land rushes and like we don't even know the fundamentals of the game yet. And like, fuck, man. Like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, sure, I built a city and I built the walls around it, but I'm not advertising it until I know what the fuck's going on. Like, how can I'm not, that's so, like, it's a cool idea and it was cool. It is cool, but doing a different one every week is kind of insane.
Yeah, yeah. This is all new to me, man. I mean, I'm trying to make a go out of it. Former teacher, quit my day job, let my wife go back to work, and I'm trying to be, do the whole YouTube thing and taking people along for the journey with me.
Damn, cool. Yeah, I'm trying to quit my job too right now.
It's all about the journey.
I'm waiting for a phone call from my manager right now.
Quit? You trying to quit or you trying to get fired? What's the difference, right?
I'm trying to get a package.
Gotcha.
2 years salary and out of my obligations. I'm on a contract.
Nice. It's nice little package there.
Yeah, that would be insane. So 2 ETH will be all right. It's all right.
Yeah, I was just too beat up working in the field for too many years, so I thought this would be a nice excuse for me to focus on something different.
Dude, it's so important to like focus on your passion instead of working for something that you don't believe in.
Yep.
I mean, working with kids is a lot better than working in the oil field. I mean, like you could, have an impact on society and the next generation, but still
done it both. I've done it both ways. It's it's a crapshoot either way, man. It's always going to be something. I mean, when I was teaching, it was administrators that gave you a hard time. Students, kids were awesome. I taught adults. And then when I was, I used to run a fabrication company. You deal with assholes every day in the fabrication world. It's hit or miss, but like you said, you got to find something that you love, that you're passionate about, and kind of roll the dice. And that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's key in today's society.
Yep.
And I think our parents, they didn't do that. They didn't have that luxury. They just like stayed at the job and like had kids and like they I think they sacrificed that will to do what they want for their families and pensions and just like going with the flow.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. It's a new age. It's a new age.
Yeah, my grandfather would be rolling over in his grave. He was a union man to the day he died, and I have nothing to do with it.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm trying to leave right now. Get me out of here.
Right.
Jesus, fuck. Yeah, I can't handle it anymore. No more.
Yeah, I ripped the Band-Aid off, man. I sold my house, moved my family halfway up the East Coast from Florida, and took a gamble on it. So I wish you the best of luck.
Wow, cool.
It can be done. You just got to have the willpower to do it.
Oh yeah, I got a bunch of that right now. I got a 3D printer over there. I got these mining rigs. Yeah, I got it going on.
There you go.
I'll tell you. You said you're manufacturing. What's it like that like? What is that like?
So yeah, I come from a manufacturing background. I specialize in welding and metal fabrication.
Cool.
So I mean, I've done everything from aerospace industry to pipelines and oil fields, and it's 20 years I've been doing it. 20 plus years. I've never gone without a single paycheck, so I really can't complain. It's back-breaking work. I mean, I'm slinging steel for a living, and it's just, 80 hours a week working, double shifts, busting my back, not spending time with my kids. My family was just killing me. So I tried the transition into teaching, and
Nice.
it was the same thing. 60, 70 hours a week teaching, grading paperwork on a salary, and having to deal with moronic administrators. So it all depends on where you are and what you're doing. I mean, I love welding. I'm still consider myself a welder and a fabricator by trade. I'd like to try to incorporate some of that into this channel as well at some point in time. But I had to step back from it. Especially with the pandemic, it kind of seemed like it was a good move to make. The company that I had a previous contract with, they were not laying off people, but you work 3 days and you have 2 days off, and you wouldn't get paid for those 2 days. It was, you still get a paycheck, but you have a family, you need that full paycheck. It sucked.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a different world we're living in, and it's changing really fast, and people just can't keep up with it. It seems like
it's fast changing. Yeah, we're never going back.
Yep.
We're going back.
Roman over on the Discord server and on YouTube is asking, gonna buy the A11. I think the A11, is that the script miner?
It's a Samsung phone. 8 GB, 2,000 megahertz. Might be an ETH miner. Yeah, I think they're ETH.
Pull it up here. Yeah, A11 ETH. 2,000 mega hash. $211 profit a day. Yeah, 2,000 mega hash. That's insane. That's right now is $213 profit a day. That's $76,000 a year. Yeah, but
What?
The machine itself goes for $25,000.
Damn.
You can only pre-order it. So that's InnoSilica. Now I think there was another company that had a competitor for that one. I think it was like Liza.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck. I don't think I'm buying any more miners.
I have more miners in storage than I do running right now, which is sad. I probably will never buy a new out of the box miner ever again. I'll stick to just buying used ones from like reputable people on eBay and local marketplaces.
Right.
I mean, I spent I had a company partnered with a buddy of mine out of Florida, and we bought 10 L3s and a crap ton of like S9s at the time, and we've slowly started to sell them off. But I got 10 L3s sitting in storage. Just I don't have a place to plug them in anymore. It's just, I mean, they paid for themselves over time, but now they're just, wasted space, unfortunately. These miners. Let's see here.
Hey, what's going on?
I'm gonna roll a cigarette here, Rizak. Just give me 30 seconds.
Cool. Yeah, you're live on YouTube right now too, just to let you know. Yeah, Voscoin was talking about another ETH miner. Roman, if you're listening, Lindsay, whatever it is, they're doing pre-orders right now. It looks like they're boasting their crazy hash power. Yeah, they don't have much of a homepage or a website, but the miner looks pretty intense. Roman, I understand 2,000 mega hash is phenomenal, but I'm not paying $25,000 for a new cryptocurrency miner. That's insane. That's something that I try to get a bunch of people to pitch in together and buy. Granted, with the current price of Ethereum and the prospects that it's going to go up, yeah, you may be able to make your money back. You know, right now you make your money back, but that's a lot of money to shill out. And it's not even available until the summer. Sorry, Benjamin, I'm not selling any of my L3s. They're going to stay in storage until I can find a better place to set them up. Yeah, let me see if I can pull up that article that Roman is talking about here.
You're streaming on YouTube, are you?
Yeah. Yeah, the EIP 1559 implementation call to take place on February 26th. A community call to implement the EIP 1559, a proposal to bring that brings in a transaction pricing mechanism, will be done on February 26th. The EIP has turned out to be pretty controversial and seems to have split the community. While most of the network seems to be in favor of the change, there is another group led by Flexpool that opposing the proposal. Ethereum Improvement Proposal, the EIP, or change to the platform, including core protocol, specification clients, APIs, contract standards, proposal by any community member, discussed internally. The EIP was first proposed in April 2019 by Ethereum co-founder is everyone misunderstanding it? I don't know. It says If it does come into effect, the miners may be forced to focus on lesser known Ethereum coins, which could be extremely profitable. This is why 8 mining pools with combined hash rate of over 30% of the chosen to back Flex Pool in their opposition towards EIP 1559. I was watching a fellow YouTuber, the other day talking about Ethereum versus Bitcoin. He said something very interesting that I agree with. Ethereum is kind of like a foundation for a larger platform or more platforms to kind of stand on top of. That kind of seems like what they're trying to help out with here is helping out those smaller projects by implementing this 1559 standard is spreading out that hashing power, so you're not just focusing on Ethereum, but you're helping out a lot of these other networks so they don't just fall to the wayside and be forgotten. Now there are pools out there like Pro Hashing, like Zerg, that you can focus on helping out those lesser known coins, but still be focused on getting paid in Ethereum. I don't see what the problem is with that. I mean, if you're getting paid for your hashing power and you're choosing what you're getting paid in based upon your proof of work, why not help out the lesser known cryptocurrencies? I don't see from what I'm reading here. And granted, I don't know a terrible lot of information about this yet. Just the little bits that I've read and talked about in other communities, I don't see this being a total letdown for Ethereum. I think this could be definitely beneficial. There's so many other cryptocurrencies that use Ethereum as for a backbone.
It seems like from what you just said, like how we're mining Digibyte and we're also mining these other coins underneath it. It seems like from what you said, if you mine Ethereum in the background, you'll also be mining like every other coin that is based upon the Ethereum network. Is that?
Yeah, more or less, that's what they're saying. I mean, so Ethereum is very special when it comes to cryptocurrency. You have cryptos like Dogecoin or some of these other coins that like we're mining that are merged with the blockchains, so they're kind of being dragged behind. Where what they're talking about with Ethereum is they got hard forks off of Ethereum that still use the underlying Ethereum network, but to bolster their own projects. And there's so many people focused on mining Ethereum right now for the past couple of years that a lot of these amazing side projects are just getting forgotten. So they're trying to.
No one's running their code.
Right.
No one's running their.
Yeah. So they're trying to.
Yeah, this is awesome. Yeah, this is cool.
I think it's decent. I think it's a good opportunity. I think it's definitely going to see a lot of profit for the early adopters that jump onto this bandwagon. I think it's going to bring a lot of these other ETH-based cryptos into the light and skyrocket a lot of these prices. I don't see anything wrong with it. Not at all.
Have you looked into this Dogecoin wallet yet?
Which one?
The main one with all the codes in it.
The main one? You mean the Dogecoin Core? The Core wallet?
Like this, the number one with 36 billion coins in it.
Yeah, I mean, I've read a couple. I've read a couple articles on it. There's a lot of people that believe it is Robinhood. Robinhood denies it, but I think if they had that many Dogecoin, I don't think they'd openly say it was them. I don't trust Robinhood being as forward as everyone thinks they are.
I think it's Elon and Vitalik Buterin and a few other people merged together and made the account.
You think so?
I think they're going to avoid it. Yeah, I think they're going to avoid it, and I think they're just trying to get as many more Bitcoin as they can,
Hmm.
or not Bitcoin, Dogecoin, like out of like, and then they're going to void like 3 or 4 accounts, these top 3 accounts, all at the same time, and then yeah, that's what I think's going on.
I'm
Because
I'm
if you
I'm
go,
I'm
I
fine
can
with
put
that.
this link here. I'll put this link in the group chat. It takes you to the I'll put it in general.
All right.
Text channels, general. It takes you, if you go to the main site, it shows you Bitcoin. It shows you all the wallets from a percentage. So it says there's 297,000 wallets with 0 to 0.001 Dogecoin. And
Yep.
there's, I don't know, 546 wallets with 10 million to 100 million Dogecoin. But there's one wallet with 36 billion Dogecoin, and it holds 28% of the coin. So if you click on that from the link in the general chat of Side Hustle, you can see every transaction that was ever put into the account. And there's a
Hmm.
bunch of codes going on right now. And someone deciphered one of them, and it says, "Hi, Elon." And there's one that's Elon's birthday, and it showed up 9 times. And on the 21st of February, they put in $22.02 2021, and that was the day the market started crashing. So if you would have pulled all your money out whenever you seen this date, you would have saved yourself a bunch of fucking money.
Hmm.
So whoever's in charge of this account, or whoever's sending money to this account, is for the people and is telling us messages and codes. So I have it open every day now, and I refresh it multiple times, and I'm waiting for the next code, and I'm going to decipher it and try and see what happens.
Now, how are you deciphering it?
I'm just looking at it. I don't know. Are you looking at it right now too on this? Let me look at your stream. Yeah, you're looking at it too. So like this 28 Doge, I don't know what that means. I don't know, but these like 1.001, those are. We don't know if it's from a book yet, or if it's
Oh, it's binary.
If
Yeah.
I don't think it's actually binary. If you do that, it enters a number like 246 or 342, and we think there's a book somewhere, and it's referring to articles. It could also, some of them also say, "Hi, Elon." Yeah, we're not sure. So I'm looking for another date. I'm waiting for another date to show up here.
Now, if you're, I mean, you see how you've been following crypto for a while. Have you read the Cryptonomicon?
No.
So the Cryptonomicon came out. Oh God, I want to say 80s. Wait, I think it came out in the mid 80s. See if I can pull it up. And it's kind of like
1999.
okay, so 99, and or was it re-released in 99?
Maybe.
Um, so a lot of these big crypto fanatics, the people that believe Satoshi Nakamoto is actually a group of people. Um,
Me too. Yeah.
yeah, they like the Cryptonomicon. It's a fictional book, uh, but some of the stuff that they hit upon is stuff that we're seeing today with cryptocurrency. It's unreal. If I mean,
Okay, so maybe it's out of this. Maybe it's out of this book.
maybe that'd be interesting for sure.
I'm gonna order it right now.
It sits on my shelf behind me, man. It's a great book.
Oh, you have it? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do some digging tonight and see if I can try some different
Okay, I'm
options.
gonna send you. I'm gonna send you a Reddit link with some page numbers, and maybe you could take a picture of the pages and post them or something.
Absolutely, I'll take a look at it. We'll do some digging tonight
Cool.
when I have some time.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's
think there's something here. And like this account was started in 2019, February 2nd. And upon of it starting, if you go back to the very bottom of the first page, I think there's only 2 pages, but they put in a lot. They test the account at the very start, and then all of a sudden they fucking just load it full of millions and millions and millions of Doge
yeah. I
for
see
like.
that 100 in, 100 out, and then it's 11,000 in, 9,000 out. Jesus, a billion in.
And then all of a sudden, but then scroll up, then it's like millions of
Yep.
Doge constantly. So it's almost like they were just pulling it and they were sending it to this account. It was probably a few different people,
Mm-hmm.
I think, and they were just like sending all their accounts here. I don't think this was one person with all these different accounts. You know, it's a collective.
Yeah,
Um,
that's definitely interesting.
and then all of a sudden this year, there's no more Doge getting put in, and there's just a bunch of fucking codes and weird things. Um, it's weird. It's weird. It's weird.
Yeah, yeah. At first glance, it looks like binary, but you're right. It's not. It's got three zeros in
It's
a row. It's typically not binary.
Yeah, no, it's not. Binary's groups of four, and there's
Right.
like nine numbers. So I mean, you can get letters out of it, and like the first three give me ego when I do it in one website, and then it starts giving me a code like YG something. But I don't think that's. I think it's something else. Yeah. So I started like a spreadsheet and I started but then there's other ones that are like 2.02212102, and then the one right underneath it is 1010111, you know. So what's the distinguish between the ones and the twos? But then there's also ones with 550502414, you know. There's a
Right.
deeper layer that I'm not seeing, and I don't know how to decipher it yet. But it starts with the 110s, and once you can decipher that, I think you might be able to figure out how to do the twos and the fives and the sixes and stuff.
Yeah. Maybe that's the key. Maybe the binary one zeros are the keys, and then the actual
The
code is the other
keys,
transaction.
yeah, like there's 7001 2003, and there's 506 2002. So what happened on June 1st, 2003, and what happened on the 5th, of January? Like what are these dates? You know, and yeah, what happened? So there's a lot that could go in here. I got like 78K. I don't know. I got a lot of Doge right now. So right now I have a bunch of buy orders on Doge for I have it at 30 cents. I'm buying 35,000, and at 35 cents I'm buying 10,000, because I think the day they void this account, they're also going to take the total amount of money with it, which is 28% of the value.
Mm-hmm.
So the day they void this account, it's going to drop by 28% of whatever the coin is at that day. So you got to keep moving this thing 28% lower than the thing. But the day this account voided, it's going to drop down, because yeah, it's going to drop big. Um, and then you're going to be able to load up, and then the price is going to climb high, because all of a sudden there's not 128 billion coins. There's only like 80 billion or 90 billion,
Right.
and then 5 billion a year after that. So then it would be a people's coin, and then it would work.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah, that was one of the bigger discussions that I read that people are trying to figure out. So it's common to do when cryptocurrency is you burn. You like you do this. You load up a
right.
wallet and you burn the crypto, and where Dogecoin is doesn't have a cap like Bitcoin does,
Right.
but there is a yearly cap of with things like 5.6 billion a year is released.
Yeah. Correct.
Um,
Yeah.
so you burn that off the bat only a couple months into the 2021. Yeah, you're gonna skyrocket that price quick.
But at first, it's going to drop. First, it's going to drop 15 cents.
Yep.
Not 15 cents, but I don't know, 28% at least.
I'm fine
At
with
least.
that.
I think they
I
own this
mine it,
other
so it doesn't
account with
make a difference
5
to me.
billion Doge too.
Yeah. Yeah, I think one
I
of
think
these
they
top
own
top
more than
three accounts
the
definitely
first
has to be
account.
Robinhood though. Maybe not the
It's
36, but
it's someone.
yeah, they're probably the top three. We're looking at like 24 million maybe or 24 billion.
But even so, then if you just scroll down, like it doesn't. Only the first account, only the first three accounts matter. If we could just get the first three accounts off, the other ones don't matter. Even the 86 people with you know they only have eight. It's still at $900 million, but at the same time, it's not billions of dollars.
Right.
So it would be okay as long as that number one account disappeared. We need the 5 billion, 4 billion. We need those ones gone. The first five accounts. But maybe they own them. Maybe they fucking own. There's codes in the second account too. If you go down, yeah, the second account has codes too. Second account's the same as the first account, but with less. Third account is not. Third account's different. Like whoever owns 3 owns 4 and 5, I think, because it says the wallet numbers underneath, like the green. So they have it registered the same way. So I think 3, 4, and 5 is one person, and I think 1 and 2 might be another person. That's what I don't know. I don't know. I'm fucking conspiracy theorist all over this for the last week. But that's what I think.
I mean, I'm sitting. I mean, I've been mining Dogecoin. I mean, my earliest Dogecoin video miner, it was like from 3 years ago. So, I mean, I've been mining Doge for a while. I'm one of those over 100,000 accounts.
Nice.
And I burned when Elon said burn it. I burned it. I mean, obviously I can't liquidate everything I have on Robinhood, but some of the Doge wallets that I have, like my Ledger, my paper wallets, I burned it. I dumped it. I didn't give a shit,
No, I'm not. No, he wants these accounts with the big bucks. But I think he already has it. I think they already have a plan, and now he's just like getting as many more as he can off while he does it. Honestly, like I don't think he's going at it from scratch right now. I think he has a plan. He's pretty he doesn't. I don't think he's an impulsive guy like me, sending ETH to random people on the internet. I think he's pretty thought out and connected. So I don't. And he's for the people. He wants people to have money and be free. He wants new ideas in the world. He's not like Jeff Bezos who's compounding money and inflating everything. He's just sitting back and people are buying his stock, and now he's the richest man in the world. He doesn't even care about he's for the people. He really is. So by him tweeting Doge and stuff, I think he's just gonna make a few millionaires with and he's taking a few with him. I think he has the power rich, to do
absolutely.
That. And he has a heart, and he knows there's people out here struggling, and he's saying Doge, buy fucking Doge, because I have 37 billion and I'm gonna skyrocket it. I know this, but I can't tell you that. I just have to pretend like I'm a fucking idiot about it.
Hopefully that's the case. I'd love to see it, take off. I mean, I'm not struggling right now, but I could definitely use a little extra help. I think we all could.
Whiteout wants 1 million Doge. Oh my god. I thought I had 2.7 million Doge on a hard wallet, but it's not looking like I do.
I gave my brothers like 50,000 Doge each, last year for Christmas as a joke. I don't know if they still have it or not.
Damn.
Back when it wasn't even a cent,
Yeah, I know. I bought like so many back in the day, and I have this memory in my head where I was like, oh, I'll just leave 60,000. And that makes me believe there was 1 million and 100,000, and I transferred it off. But the Polynex account is not saying that I transferred any Doge out, so I don't fucking know.
I would love to have, for Robinhood to come to a head and make do on their promise or the rumors that they're going to allow crypto deposits and withdrawals. I'd love to get my Doge off of Robinhood.
You can't get it off?
No. So the way Robinhood works, the way people are thinking that it's working, is it's one large wallet, and they just have like an internal ledger on who has what.
Right.
Kind of going through the clearinghouse that way. so you don't actually have a Doge wallet address, which sucks. Um, Now, I had bought it on Robinhood just because that's where a lot of my assets were at the time when I saw it skyrocketing. And, I'm mining it as well. So all the crypto that I'm mining goes on one wallet. And I jumped on it thinking, let's have some fun with Robinhood. And now I got, let me see, I'll pull it up for everybody. Where is it? So I had 300,000. I'm down to 241,942 on Robinhood left of my holdings for Doge that I purchased on Robinhood. I'm slowly trying to liquidate it, but I don't want to take a $3,000 hit for just selling it right now.
So you can't. So you would have. So
I can
to
sell
get
it and
that
buy
money
it, but
out,
I can't withdraw it.
so you should. Well, yeah, you should probably like just sell it and then trade the money over to somewhere else and buy it somewhere else the same amount.
Yeah,
Somewhere else.
take the loss and try to make it up down the line.
I mean, like watch the graph. Right now it looks like a play is about to happen somewhere. I wouldn't do it right now, but at a moment where you feel it's calm and you have 10 minutes, yeah, trade it into something, withdraw it, get it in fucking another account, and put it in your own wallet.
Yep.
That sounds, yeah.
Yeah, I've been slowly. So I trade on a daily basis. I've been a little slow lately, but I do options and stocks and everything. So every time I get a certain percentage over what I need to make to pay my bills, I transfer it to crypto.com and I buy my Doge there.
Cool.
So I have 100,000 sitting on a paper wallet in a safe, and then I have 35,000 Doge on my crypto.com wallet, and then I have another 241,000 Doge on Robinhood.
Okay, yeah. So you could burn a few accounts, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to compile it and put it all together.
Yeah. These safe pals, man, like they're $40 and Binance is backing them, and but they're sold out right now. But they're actually it's good, and there's even a phone wallet. It's really good. It's actually Safe Pal, PAL. Yeah, that's it right there. Yeah, and they have a cryptocurrency too. So Binance is backing this product. So Binance with the BNB coin, they allow low cost on their chain, and it's easy to send it because it's it's a universal BNB. They made it, so they partnered with SafePal Binance so that you could have a safe place to store your shit offline. So SafePal and Binance, I'm guessing, made this SFP coin. And it's the SafePal coin. So it's going to allow you for cheaper transactions within the SafePal app. So if you want to change from Litecoin to something else, then within the app, you're going to use SafePal or SFP coins like you would use BNB coin on Binance to trade for your taxes or for your trading fees. It's kind of the same idea for SafePal.
Gotcha.
So I have two of these devices here. I have one in front of me on. It has a camera and everything. The camera's really good, and the app is really awesome as well. And they're $40.
Yeah, it seems pretty cool.
Yeah, that's what I know about it.
I'll have to look into it a little deeper. I mean, I've been using crypto.com for years. When it first came out, I was one of the beta guys that signed up. So I had early access to it, and of course, I'm going to shill it a little bit, because I like it so much. But I've had good luck with it, and they got the Visa debit card that goes with it, so I can sell my crypto right there as I'm standing in line for my coffee, and then swipe my crypto.com card and pay for it.
Damn.
So it makes my life easier considering how much I mine or how much I used to mine. It made a lot of sense for me. Plus, they have.
Does it transfer? Does it when you put coin on the card? Does it transfer it to dollar, or does it wait until you make a purchase to trade it?
So I have it set up so I have to physically make the trade, to sell the coin before it'll transfer to my fiat wallet on the card or in the app.
Right.
But
So
like
you'd make the trade, and then you'd put $200 on the card, and then you'd spend the $200.
yeah, so I could say, sell 3,200 Doge to my fiat wallet, and it automatically sends it directly to the card. I don't have to worry about any other exchanges. I don't have to worry about going back and forth. It's all right there together.
Right. Yes, yes. See, I'm waiting for the next. I don't want to change it to fiat dollars and wait a week while it's on my card. I still want it in crypto.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's the whole thing. I mean, that's what everyone's talking about. Is it's oh, Bitcoin's going to a dollar, or Dogecoin's going to a dollar, or Bitcoin's going to 100,000. You can make $1 million. The whole point is to not have to sell to fiat, is to
right.
use the crypto itself. That's the whole point of
Exactly.
this. Is to
Exactly.
hold to the point where you don't have to sell.
So I think that's coming out this year. I really do. I think Flair's developing it. Have you heard of Flair?
Flare. Let me see.
Flair is backed by Ripple XRP, so it's a company in the background. It's not FLARE. Uh, it's what they're. It's very vague and very. But what I think their plan here is they have a coin called Spark. So I have Litecoin and you take friggin' ADA. So I'm gonna be able to take my card and touch it on the machine or send it to you, and it's gonna trade to Spark, and then it's gonna trade to ADA instantly. So it's
Mm-hmm.
an instant transmission from coin to coin. And now they say they're gonna use Litecoin, XRP, and Dash. There's a picture on their Twitter that say there's a picture with them in Unisync, and so Dogecoin is under Litecoin, so it's going to be used as well. And see, everyone's just looking at XRP in this case with the SEC, but the SEC just picked them and is like attacking them. Like, why aren't they attacking anyone else in the industry? It's only that. So I really don't think this case is going to go through, and no one's looking at the Flare network on what XRP is working on in the background. And I think this is coming out. I think they can release this before the Ripple case is complete. So this might come out any day, I think. And yeah, I'm waiting for it.
Yeah, it
Ripple's
looks it
super
looks
fast,
interesting.
like 30 seconds.
Yeah,
So if they built this on top of that, it should be almost instant network to network, anything you want, fiat to coin or coin to fiat, or it's whatever.
that'd be a huge step.
Yeah, it'd be huge. This is the hole we're missing. This is exactly what we're missing. I have to change it to fiat in order to spend it, and I don't want to do that. So by doing this, I can say I have these kind of coins, and as a merchant, you can say, well, I accept this, but and then run the Flare network, and I touch my coin on the Flare, goes to Spark. Spark instantly transfers it to whatever the merchant wants, and everyone's happy. Um, that's what I can see. That's what I can see. I think XRP and XLM. XLM is the same, and XLM is backed by IBM. Huge, huge. And
Yeah, my
Microsoft,
I
I don't
have
know if
a
Bill Gates is working with IBM, so that might. So I think XRP and XLM are going to be the Mastercard and Visa of crypto within this year because of this net, because of the flare. That's why I don't think XRP alone is going to do it, but XRP and flare might.
yeah. It'll be interesting. I know my brother. He's he has commercials and film out in L.A. He did a commercial for IBM probably a year and a half, 2 years ago, and the commercial still hasn't been released yet. And that's what they were talking about is cryptocurrencies. Like I couldn't follow half of it, but they were pushing some kind of crypto to fiat to crypto, back and forth kind of situation.
Hmm.
So he's yet to see the commercial come out. So I'm wondering if that's something, down that line.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I think it's coming out ASAP here this year. So I have Doge, XRP, XLM. I'm bullish on them for sure
Hmm.
because of these reasons. Yeah, because of the Doge wallet and the codes, and because of how fast XRP and XLM are, every other coin is like slow, man. It's slow. XRP is literally 30 seconds, literally less than, and it's in the account.
Yeah.
And it doesn't get bogged down by 20 million transactions in a minute. It can still process it.
Right. That the same thing with Digibit. I mean, Digibit I think is like 30 seconds, and Dogecoin is what's a block every minute.
Yeah, Dogecoin's pretty quick. Yeah. Pretty quick. I can like it'll show up like if I send it to the SafePay wallet and it would show up as pending pretty quick,
Mm-hmm.
but that whole transaction would take yeah, I don't know, minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes maybe for it to actually full amount to show up. But like I think with the Flare, with network, something like that, it might be able to help speed up even these slower coins. That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah, it'd be pretty nice. I wouldn't hear me complaining about it.
I said this in a group chat there. I was talking about Flare, and someone's like, "You're a genius. You need to develop this." And then I was like, "Oh, it's called Flare." And XRP made it. He was like, "Oh my god!" Awesome.
So I don't know. I mean, it's definitely going to be interesting. I've been playing with crypto for years. It's about time, you know. I think 2021, 2022, we're going to see some huge changes. I think it's going to be, you know, finally adopted where more and more people are going to use it on a regular basis, especially with it being in the news so much. And you know, Bank of America and Visa and Chase and J.P. Morgan, they're all behind it. They're not talking about it yet.
Yeah, 100%. I think in like 2018 when the last bull rush happened, you know, for the last 2 years, 3 years, they've paid teams of people to analyze these markets and to understand this. And then now come 2020, 2021, you know, they get a full report, a big old binder with a friggin' a summary in the front of it that explains what crypto is and what's going to happen if you put your millions of dollars in it. You know, like they paid people to analyze it for them. And now 2021, yeah, I think they're prepared and we know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
Even the Google searches worldwide of Bitcoin aren't even as high as 2018, but we've reached new highs. So that tells me that people are more experienced. We're not Googling about what Bitcoin is because we've already know that and we're just investing. So that to me, the Google searches being low and the all-time highs, that's pretty good. That's pretty. It doesn't seem like so much FOMO.
Yeah, I don't think I think we're getting out of that whole FOMO stage. I think
Yeah.
more and more people are starting to accept it.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think this year, next year, we're laughing. I think we're laughing.
So Roman's over on YouTube asking about other profitable script miners. Now, this is another one that I had hopes of purchasing once upon a time. Have since put that on the back burner because of the firmware that came out for the L3s. But this isn't a bad miner here. Just tough to find some of these inner silica miners. Silicon. Nobody has them, not even the company itself.
Oh my god, 1 hour ago, there's a post on Flare on crypto Panic. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is huge. I'm putting it in the general, I guess. Oh my god. XRP LTC Doge holders might soon be able to create stable tokens on Flare. California-based Credit New York Trustline plans to release a stable coin that will be deployed on the Flare network issued on the XRP ledger. The new crypto stable coin called Auri will be pegged to the US dollar according to the proposal share by Trustline.
Wow.
The collateration ratio will be 1.5 to 1 or 150%, meaning that if XRP on Flare is accepted on collateral, users will require a minimum $150 of FXRP in their vaults to borrow $100 worth of RUI. What the fuck? I don't want to borrow a RUI. Why would I borrow a RUI? What the fuck is this article?
Trying to push that coin.
What the fuck? I don't know what the fuck all this is.
The integration with Litecoin and Dogecoin though is pretty big. I mean, you can't really integrate Lite without bringing Doge along for the ride. That was kind of the whole point of Dogecoin. It piggybacks off of everything Litecoin does. Make sure I put all these links over in the description on YouTube if anybody wants to follow along.
Yeah, I don't know what the heck this is. Whose trust line? Is that? So I don't think this isn't Spark. This is something else that's being released parallel with it.
Hmm.
I think this is like a banking system that allows people to borrow money, like to pay for a car or something. Um, I think I think that's what a Ruri is.
Gotcha.
I think it's different than Spark.
Yeah, looks like a crypto-backed lending platform or something.
Yeah, some kind of bank, like quote unquote bank.
Yeah.
Cool. This is what we need because right now it's really scary because I can't. If I send money right now, I got to send one Doge first to make sure that I get it, and then I got to send all my other money there. You know, there's a layer of this cryptocurrency that is sketchy to people. You know, we can't. How are you going to get a boomer to do this? You know, you can't teach them this. They're too scared. They won't do it. So we need a centralized network to get these people in that have accounts that have um, a profile with a chat, a service that I can comment and say, hey, I sent money to this account and it didn't go through. Can you help me? And they can say, yeah, I'm looking into this. You know,
Yep.
with cryptocurrency, we don't have that. And that's what's scary to a lot of people is that it's so decentralized that it's my fuck up and I don't have insurance and people love insurance. So I don't know if, this almost seems like kind of an insurance kind of thing that like allows you to have an account and like do stuff with that's what I'm hoping this
Yeah.
that's what we're also missing in it, like in the decentralized. Yeah, the decentralized is cool with Bitcoin. It is cool, but we need another coin that's more feasible that has people who run it.
Well, I see the whole the whole crypto scheme, the scheme, sorry, the whole crypto
Yeah.
market. You got to look at it this way. So when debit cards and ATM cards and all these plastic cards came out and everybody had the transition from running checks to now swiping a card,
Right.
you have to bring along an old portion of the old technology to help the older generations. So look at us versus say China or Japan. Nobody over there uses credit cards anymore. They all use RFI. So what do? They
Right.
took our credit cards, Visa credit cards, and they put RFI chips in the credit cards. So you get comfortable with the technology and slowly, weed it out. So you get away from credit cards and you transition to RFI. Now they'll go from cryptocurrency where you can use either, like crypto.com, you have a Visa credit card with crypto.com with an RFI chip in it, or you link it to your phone and use the RFI, on your phone. So you're taking a piece of the old technology along with the new technology, and taking steps together and slowly dropping off the old one to stick with the fully integrated new one. Now that you have more people comfortable with it, like the insurance that you were talking about, giving them
True.
that sense of security.
Yeah, it's important.
Yep.
Very important.
All right, I gotta call it for the day. I gotta go pick up my son. Thanks for the conversation, man. I'm glad to have you in the chat. Glad to have you on today. It's cool that you jumped in here. I think you're the only one that decided to join in the live chat. I appreciate it. Roman's over there on YouTube, blasting the chat room on YouTube, so I appreciate that. I try to do this every Wednesday, Market Watch Wednesday, kind of Q&A and take a look at the market. So anytime you want to jump back in it, feel free.
Awesome. Yeah, that was sweet. Yeah, I probably will. Why not?
All right. I'll catch you guys later. And YouTube, make sure that you like, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, hit that notification bell, and make sure you catch my next video. Talk to you guys later.
Cool. Later, man.